What do you think the talking points are? It's going to be immigration. I think abortion's kind of done. I think the Republicans realize that, like, I honestly think Republicans realize, like, oh shit, there's a lot of Republicans that kind of like are okay with abortion, so we should quiet about this one right here, because I think they thought they were going to get that red wave.
Red wave didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
You're right.
So I think they moved off of that, and now I think it's immigration. What else? China, definitely with TikTok.
Economy.
Yeah.
And then economy. And the tricky thing with the economy is like, I don't know, how many $1 trillion did we print? $2 trillion during COVID?
More than that.
Was it
I think 4.4 trillion
Since
in total.
2020 to today, we're printed around $4.5 trillion.
Okay. And then inflation is up what?
3.4. It's almost 4, Adam. Did it drop down to 3 something?
Well, if you believe the numbers,
Numbers came out saying at the
3.5%.
peak, the real inflation number was 18.8, and they're saying the real numbers today is 10.8. But that's what charts came up right now.
I mean,
Okay, so
3.1,
let's go over 18 or 10.
Okay.
Printing $4 trillion for a 10% loss in money seems pretty good. No? It's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, not so bad.
are you fucking kidding me? Like $4 trillion got printed and we lost 10% of the value? Something good happened. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know when we're going to pay for it. Maybe we're peeing on ourselves. It's warm now. Eventually we run out of pee and it's going to get really fucking cold and uncomfortable. But this idea that the current economy is destroyed, I don't know if I 100% subscribe to. Stock market up. Yes, there are grocery items that are very expensive and people cannot eat. I'm not trying to have a lack of empathy for that. I have all the empathy in the world for that. What I'm trying to say is any other government in the world that prints $4.4 trillion falls apart overnight. Argentina does it. There's no fucking cash in the ATMs. It is a problem. I guess we got to give some credit where credit is due. I don't know what type of financial instruments are at play here, but that is a pretty remarkable feat, no?
But this is why Biden is an absolute moron, because if Trump had this economy right now, he'd be shouting from the news. This is why Trump is a great marketer.
Sure.
The best economy ever. Stock market 25%. Inflation's down to all-time lows. Unemployment all-time. Yeah, Biden's talking about shrinkflation and that you don't have enough Snickers
Democrats
and
don't
Doritos.
understand.
His messaging is horrible.
Democrats don't understand marketing. They don't understand marketing.
Trump will be shouting at the rooftops how great the economy right now. Universally known. United States has bounced back from any major economy in the world.
It did
better
do
than
good.
any economy since COVID.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so then here's a moment of pride. Like, here's a moment for where instead of having this like bickering infighting and focusing on how horrible things are, we can go, look how fucking resilient the greatest economy in history is that we were able to bounce back from something that should have absolutely tanked and crippled any other country in the world. And we fucking did it. Are there still some struggles? Yes. Do we still have some bumps and bruises? Yeah. But look at this fucking machine that we built.
Got to be careful with it, though, man.
Talk to me. What am I missing? Because I know nothing. I'm financially illiterate.
Even when Trump did it, I was not. Because remember when Andrew Yang was running and he was talking about the, UBI, Universal Basic Income, and hey, we're going to give everybody $1,000 a month, and we tested it out in Alaska, and he went through all these other places that they did this with. Yeah. Anything from that standpoint where money is going to be printed and sent to people, you're going to teach the wrong habits to people. They're going to be sitting around waiting for it. But sometimes the pain you don't see for a while. Like when you're talking about the whole peeing thing, you don't see it for a while, right? It's warm. You're comfortable. You're outside like, man, I'm going to warm myself up real quick. And then 30 minutes later, you're like, hey, man, can I borrow your pants, bro? I'm freezing my ass
pee on
off,
me.
right?
Or pee on me.
No. Or can you pee on me?
Yeah, pee on me because I'm getting cold.
Because I need more. So the point there becomes the way to fix it is you're delaying the time bomb and a problem. I wasn't for low interest rate, 0% or whatever we had for as long as we went 128-month expansion. I wasn't for printing of the money. I don't think mortgage rates need to be 3%. I think a good place for us to stay for a while is 6, 7, 8%.
Oh, wow.
To make that a tradition for a few years. I think we even need to go higher to say anybody buying a house, no more 100% financing. I think it's got to be minimum 25%, 20% financing. Now, if you do that, valuation of my properties drops. But I think that's the responsible thing for us to do moving forward. I don't think we're going the right direction when it comes down to finances, and that's left and right. Easiest way, I'm reading a book, and one of the things that we never talk about, is our the rules and laws that we have. Like, for example, there are countries like Philippines and other places in the world that 90% of the homes people live in, nobody owns. Because it takes so long to document the fact that that's your house.
The bureaucracy.
So you're talking about like, hey, I want to start a business. Takes 2.5 years to even get the DBA to become incorporated, or in America, boom, 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 boom.
Online.
So the speed of competing with our way of getting things registered and then tracking them, those things, we don't think how effective that whole concept is. The structure is, the infrastructure is. So that can probably withstand more, right? Like if you're fully taking care of 19 out of 20 metrics of your health in an incredible way, in the one way you're not taking care of it, that one way cannot do anything to the other 19 dramatically. But then if gradually you go to 18, 17, 16, I think printing of the money, immediate solution at any point right now, that if you want to win an election, it's a very easy way of saying it. We're going to pay off your college tuition. We're going to do this. We're going to, oh my God, what a great guy. Fastest way to get elected. Doesn't necessarily make it the best policy long term.
I think you're right. I guess, that makes most sense. You said something right there that I think was really important, though. You were like, I think that interest rates should be 6-7%, maybe even 9-10%. And you go, I understand that maybe my home goes down in value, but that's the best thing for the country. That's putting the country or your identity or your values ahead of profit. And that is the identity that if we could all subscribe to, then we could be protected from manipulation from abroad. If you know what I'm saying?
Like for sure.
That is the power of having like a moral compass. And I don't know if that comes from religion. I don't know if it comes from like family. I don't know, whatever it comes from. Maybe it's a collection of all of them. But like that moral compass allows us to go, okay, we're going to sacrifice a little bit right now for the greater good. And that is going to protect us all in the long term. And it's not like a government enforced.
Yeah. So
that's where it gets a little fucked, because it's like the government goes, you must give me 10% more of your money. You're basically going, no, I'm willing to give 10%. How do you get people to do that? How do you get people to submit?
So check this out. I mean, when you think about 1962 and a half, okay, when you think about two companies, can you go find out when Walmart was founded? Walmart was founded 1962 and a half, yep. And go look at when Kmart was founded. I think Kmart is also 1962 and a half. Kmart was founded when? Which company is it that Kmart is 1899?
Damn.
What is the one that, okay, so check this out. Let's go with Kmart. Let's go with Kmart against Walmart. In 1962, Walmart gets started. Kmart already has 250 locations, okay? Walmart has nothing. Fast forward 5 years later, Walmart only has 9 locations. Kmart's nearing 300 locations. Okay, Kmart against Walmart. Fast forward to today, Kmart was a behemoth. That's the super discount store in 1962. Because the original company was different than the 1962 year. 1962 was when everything with the super saving centers came out. Target, Walmart, Kmart. And where you buy a lot of shit and it's discounted versus the smaller ones, right? And at the head, who takes the lead? Kmart takes the lead. Yeah, Kmart, Walmart, the discount store class of 1962. Kmart takes the lead. Walmart, 5 years later, 9 stores. Kmart, money, 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 money. Fast forward to today, Kmart. When did Kmart file bankruptcy? Can you find out when Kmart filed bankruptcy? Can you go to when did Kmart file bankruptcy? What year was it?
I guess. It was kind of recent.
Guys, do you remember everywhere, 2002, Kmart filed bankruptcy, right?
20 years ago.
Do you remember everything was Kmart?
Everything.
Do you know how many employees Walmart has today? 2.5 million people. Do you know Walmart, the Sam Walton had 3 kids, okay? Do you know what his poorest kid is worth? $74 billion.
Jeez.
Billion?
Yeah. Type in Walton.
All the Waltons are worth
type in,
70 billion
type in
plus.
poorest Walton child.
Yeah.
poorest Walton kid is worth $74 billion. Can you put in just Walton family net worth? Walton family net worth.
You don't know what they look like. That's the best. You have no idea. They could be in the room right now.
Net worth, $267 billion combined is the family. Okay? So when you think about these guys, and by the way, all their net worth is around 74, 75, 76. So, but what do you think about? What did Walmart do? He was a long-term thinker. And they weren't trying to accelerate. I had a guy over at the house 2 days ago, and we're having this meeting. Pretty heavyweight guy that in the media space, he's known. Technology space, he's known. And we're talking about different media companies because we think right now is a great time to disrupt. And he wants to know what my strategy is. And I'm kind of going through with him, and I'm telling them story. I'm like, I'm watching everybody. I'm watching everyone's case study, what they're doing, what this guy's doing, what that guy's doing, where they're wasting money. They're paying a lot of talent money right now. Look at Spotify. They paid a lot of money to Bruce Springsteen and Obama. Can you imagine what two names are bigger than music and politics than Obama and Springsteen? Your lady, you cancel that. What last name is the most powerful last name with the most followership on Instagram? Kardashian. Your lady, you cancel that. You got all of these people that go there, and you keep one guy. And you pay that guy $250 million. Why? Because that guy is actually bringing numbers, right? So many people in the media space overpaid. Now they're like, how do we get return on our money? We're capped out, right? Versus actually philosophy. I think as Americans, we need to not fall for the trap of free college this, free that, free this. If we do, long term. But the reality is when you say people vote with their pockets and 90% of the people do. All of us, we look at the policies that benefits us. We look at that. But I think at this point right now where we are with all this money being printed, economy looks better. It looks fancy. It looks sexy on the outside.
But.
Yeah, there is the big but.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.